Hi guys, this is Raisha and I welcome you all back to my YouTube channel. This video is the second in series of the EY Scholarship Program. Those of you who are new to my channel and do not know about the EY Scholarship Program, I suggest that you head over to the main page of my YouTube channel, go to the playlists and click on the EY Scholarship Program and click on the first video that I've uploaded for the same. There I've explained everything about how to apply for this amazing opportunity. This video is particularly on how to prepare a winning presentation for the EY scholarship program. Since I have been the 2021 top 50, that is the finalist of the EY scholarship program, so I thought I would like to share some knowledge and what worked for me when applying for this competition. So I've made a small presentation and I'm going to share it with you guys. Okay. So a quick brief overview of what is this competition. So the EY scholarship program is a business case competition which is organized by Ernst & Young every year. In 2022, there were about 11,000 participants, but in 2021, the participation obviously increased and there were about 15,000 participants, and this is a highly competitive program. From these thousands of students who submit their applications, about 50 are selected for the screening, and then 10 to 12 winners are selected who receive about 1 lakh rupees and industry recognized digital credentials on future focus skills and 2-month internship at EY in a service line of their choice. So it is a very amazing opportunity. Moving on how to make a presentation and enter into this competition. So the important things that you should keep in mind while entering in this competition is to go through the main website to read the guidelines. I'll attach the link to the main website in the description down below. So write all the important points on a sheet of paper, and once you're through with writing all the important points, then you can later categorize it, keeping in mind what you should keep in mind and what should be there in the presentation and such. Then it is very crucial to read the submission instructions. There is a PDF that is available on this website. I'll also attach the link for this PDF in the description. And it has all the instructions about what all there should be in your presentation to enter in this competition. Then the next important thing that you should keep in mind is whether you're going to go for a business case, whether it's going to be profit or a not-for-profit business case. I had gone for a not-for-profit one, but you can choose either one. After that, you have to think about the idea and what problem that it is going to solve. The theme of this particular competition is building a better working world. So you need to keep in mind the amount of impact that your idea and solution is going to have and will help in building a better working world. Once you're through with your idea, you have to lay out a proper implementation plan. It should be unique, it should be novel. And also, very important point to be kept in mind if you're going for a not-for-profit business case is the financial sustainability. How are you going to fund your business for at least the first 1 or 2 years of its running? So these are some of the quick points that you should keep in mind. Moving on, what is the process of thinking about the idea and then moving on to the implementation procedure and the end? So firstly, a little help on how to come up with an idea. So it's best to have fruitful conversations, interact with a lot of people, do your research, read articles, and go over websites which are of interest to you, and identify the problems that are prevalent in the society. Obviously, an idea is not going to strike like you're sitting one day and it pops into your head like, there's this problem and I'm going to solve and find a solution for that problem. It's not like that. So do more research and find a unique way of working through that problem which you're going to think about. So that problem should actually be there in society, and quite a crucial problem. And it's very important to keep in mind what is the target audience, who are going to be benefited if that problem gets a unique solution, right? So it's the thing is that your idea doesn't have to be very unique. Like it can be something that has already been worked upon. But what if you come up with a solution, like a unique way of solving that problem that hasn't been done before? It is very sustainable and very economical and has a great impact on society. So either you can come up with a new technique, a new technology, a new service, and find out and lay out your own plan, lay out your own solution on how to go about a particular problem, or work upon an already existing problem and come with a novel way of solving that problem. The other thing that you should keep in mind is that the problem that you have, you should be very clear about it. Your the slides with which you would present your particular business case should really reflect, and the reader should get a clear idea about what you're trying to convey, and identify what you should and shouldn't add in the slides. Because when you will read the guidelines, you will see that there's a limitation of 7 slides only. So you have to keep in mind what all you're going to add in those 7 slides and explain each and everything from top to bottom. And the slide is self explanatory. Because in the very first round, you won't be speaking to the panel and explaining them your idea when from the thousands of students it gets selected in the top 50. So your idea should be self explanatory. Your PPT should be self explanatory. The do's and don'ts of the presentation, which I personally felt helped me in clearing the final round of the presentation, is that, like in this particular presentation, you can see on your screen, I have used bullet points. Since you already have a limitation of 7 slides, I suggest that you use the entire slide as a canvas. You can see a lot of space that has been left, and like I have used bigger fonts, right? So keep in mind that you use the entire space. The font obviously should be readable for the panelists, but also you should substantiate your research more with visual things like tables and graphs, and also try to embed videos and graphics, right? And not use wordy paragraphs and leave your sentences midway, and or either leave the judges thinking about what you're trying to convey and leave them confused about the same. So your presentation should also be very beautiful because it does have an impact. It does create an impression about your idea, your creativity. So if you know a bit of designing skills, you can use that to have an edge over other participants. So try to make your presentation really attractive, but not compromising on the research and the idea that you are trying to convey. So you have to make a perfect culmination of all the things that I've said. And yeah, that's very crucial for making a winning presentation. Make it interesting and make it informative and make it self-explanatory. How to stand apart. So if you just make a presentation like I have made, just write bullet points and then send it over to them, it's likely that it's not going to get selected. For whatever idea that you have, for example, if your idea is focusing towards lower middle income families, so carry out a survey and try to get that form filled from those lower income families, right? So you can actually have a validation and can say that, yeah, these were my target audience, and I carried out this survey, and these are the results, and that this is how my idea will benefit them, and this is how they actually felt whether my idea is going to be successful or not. Organize an unstructured interview. So I've seen one video from one of the former 2020 winners of the EY scholarship program. Her idea was about financial literacy for farmers in rural India. So she had carried out unstructured interviews, that is, asking open ended questions from the actual farmers and speaking them in their own language. So that obviously, this thing actually sets her apart from other participants because she went to the extent and took the pains, you can say, to carry out this research because she was actually passionate about the topic that she was talking about and wanted and substantiated and validated her research with such responses. Also, it's very important to read about your competitors. You should know where you stand. If your idea is something that has already been implemented, you should see what other competitors are doing in this domain and whether what you're trying to do is similar or very unique from what they're trying to do. Obviously, if your idea is very unique and has a very rich and new way of presentation, then obviously it will stand apart from the rest. And in those 7 videos doesn't mean that you cannot add a video in those 7 slides, right? So you can make a video and embed one of the videos in the slides so that you can overcome that limitation of the 7 slides of the final business case, right? So which can add an edge to your presentation. And also attach articles backing that research, add tables, charts, graphs, and facts and figures, and fill your presentation, make it informative, and they should the panelists should find your presentation really intelligent and attractive and just absolutely perfect explaining your idea. And try to convey your thoughts in the most interesting manner. So think out of the box and have fun in finding out how you can make your presentation. And you would obviously have to make a lot of changes while you see when you start making the presentation, you would have to modify it like a lot of times. So what you started from doesn't mean would end at the same. So you should keep that in mind. And the final thing that you should keep in mind, maybe once you're through with your presentation, is practice explaining your idea to others. So you can ask some people, make them sit in front of you and try to explain your idea to them and get their feedback about what they think about your idea, if you should change anything, if you were able to convey everything to them or not. Or what you can do is send your presentation to some unknown people, those who can give positive and critical feedback to you and which is unbiased, because you obviously would say that, yeah, my presentation is fine, I think everything is good with it. But those people, if you send it to them, they can give an unbiased view of what can be added in your presentation, what they got from your presentation. That is a good way of finding out whether your presentation is self-explanatory or not. And seek help from those in the business industries if possible, because not all of the people who are entering this competition would be from the commerce background. So it is always great if you have contacts in this industry, and then they can ask you questions from this presentation, and if you're able to positively answer them, then you're good to go with your presentation. And be thorough with the ins and outs of your idea. The amount of research that you would put in will enhance your presentation, will enhance your knowledge, and make you ready for any type of questions that is asked from your PPT. So do as much research as you can. Just put 100% effort in making this presentation if you want to enter into this competition. Before sending this PPT over to the panelists, proofread it 1,000 times. Make sure to check the grammatical errors and the sentence structure and everything else, and check the flow of your slides. whether you got the introduction and then the objectives and the impacts, the competitors, how your idea is different from the others, and high level implementation plan, then the financial structure for the first year and financial structure for the first 2 years. So this is the flow which is given in the submission instruction PDF. So you can go through that. And the most important point is your presentation should be self-explanatory, because in the first and the final round of this competition is sending over your presentations to the panelists and they selecting it without your explanation. So your PPT would do the talking. So make it so well that they are so impressed with your idea that they want to put in the effort and call those top 50 students and actually take their interview because they are interested in knowing about your idea. So make it so amazing that you at least make it to the top 50 and you're going to kill it in the interview round in front of the panelists. So my last thought would be your passion should be reflected through your PPT. Yeah, so that's it. This is very important. Your passion should be reflected through your PPT, because this is also one of the criteria that the EY panelists are looking through, the passion to win. So do maximum research that you can about your idea. Pick up a topic that you're actually passionate about and want to go for it, and only then enter into this competition. And once you start preparing your presentation and are very positive and confident about your idea, just don't let anyone break your positivity. Go ahead with your idea and do everything that you can and put in your 100% for it. So yeah, that's all the things that I wanted to say. I'll attach all the important links that you should know of in the description down below. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. And I'll also attach my Quora profile in the description down below, so you can request answers from me. And I've created 2 spaces as well. So you can head over to the EY scholarship space and ask questions on that. And I would be very happy to answer to them. So that's about it for this video. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.